All right, so I think now it's almost time. So if I may, I would like to also welcome students uh, to join our SIT Global Weeks 2025. This is the second day of the program. And as you know that we have 2 weeks of the program, including this week and next week. So we have students getting join us every day. So start from yesterday. And today we have an honor to welcome our lovely colleagues from our partner university, which is I guess that this is the longest, I mean, in terms of the collaboration from Weingarten, Hochschule, Ravensburg, Weingarten, University of Applied Science here, who kindly join us. We have Barbara and also Carolina, who will be joining us and conduct the presentation about, we call AWU, right? Maybe you can.
Yeah, that's easier to say than in English.
Yes, all right. So if I may, I would like to ask both of you to introduce and also to conduct the presentation. So I will give this stage to you both. Thank you very much.
Do you see the presentation?
Sure.
You do, okay. I don't know whether you see our faces still, but we'll just talk like that. My name is Barbara. I'm responsible here at RWU for the international exchange students, for the incoming exchange students. And I've been working here for the past 9 years, and we've always had at least one, if not up to 6 Thai students from your university. And we're looking forward to receiving students from SIIT again.
My name is Carolina, and I'm responsible for the outgoing students at the international office here. And yes, very nice to meet you.
Yeah, we would like to tell you a little bit about our university. It's called RWU for Ravensburg Weingarten University, but actually it's easier to say it in German, RWU. It's much easier. And we also consider it stands for regional, because we are really in a lovely small area in the south of Germany. And but we're also worldwide connected, so to speak, and our reach is basically unlimited. Do you want to start? Okay. Basically, here you see a picture of the campus in the summer. At the moment, spring is just starting, so it's a lot grayer outside, but it will come. Here you can see where we are located. Weingarten is actually located in the very heart of Europe, in the southern-westmost part of Germany, close to Lake Constance. Lake Constance is actually bordering Austria and Switzerland. And some days you can actually see the Alps from here. So it's a very beautiful area. And you're really in the heart of Europe, which is a feedback I very often get from my students. They enjoy studying here, but at the same time, they also enjoy traveling a lot. Basically, we were founded in 1964 already in Ravensburg. That's why we carry the name Ravensburg in our full name as well. It used to be a state school of engineering, and we only started with 2 programs, mechanical engineering and physical engineering. And now we moved, in the 80s, we moved our campus to Weingarten. Now we have 36 study programs, a lot of them where you can study in English. We are around 3,700 students, 15% of which are internationals, and we have around 100 professors.
Yes, we have 4 faculties. The first faculty is the Faculty for Electrical Engineering and Computer Sciences. As you can see, we have different study programs there. A few of them are English, or mainly in English, which is e-mobility and green energy, and electrical engineering and information technology. The first 4 semesters are taught in English, and the other ones in German. And at the master level, you have electrical engineering and embedded systems and mechatronics, which are basically fully taught in English. Sorry. Yes. Then we have the Faculty for Mechanical Engineering. You can study, the English study program includes mechanical engineering. It's an international project engineering studies. And then we have the Faculty of Social Work, Health and Nursing.
That's basically the only faculty which does not offer any courses in English. However, of course, if any of your students, if any of you has a B1 level, let's say at minimum in German, we could also organize courses at that faculty, or you would do projects. So that's also a possibility, but there's not like a catalog of lectures that you could actually visit.
Yes, and the last faculty is the Faculty for Technology and Management, where you can study mechatronics fully in English, is it?
Yeah, that's a new bachelor which actually started this summer semester, and it's going to be taught entirely in English because mechatronics is really a very popular study program. So the professors here decided to open a full bachelor program in English.
And it's a cooperation between this faculty and
Faculty E and Faculty M.
Yes.
So it's really a cross faculty.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, we have a hands-on approach in teaching, so the professors with work experience in their fields of expertise, lectures from the industry, and well-equipped laboratories, and a brand new e-mobility lab, which was opened in 2019.
In order to become a professor at the Hochschule, you have to really have some experience in industry. I think it's you have to have an experience up to 5 years working experience in an industry, and then you can come here and teach basically your expertise to the students.
Yes.
Well, we consider our campus to be small, smart, and safe. It's one campus. There are several buildings, but it's really short distances. It takes you no more than 5 minutes to get from one building to the next. I would say we really have excellent support because you can say there's one professor.
Excuse me, but that your slide is not moving.
Sorry?
Could you check your slide again, because it seems that your slide is now in the second page, is it?
Oh no, I'm much further. It doesn't move at all?
No.
Oh, okay.
Now, do you see something now?
No, yes, now in the small, smart, and safe. This
Yes.
one.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm really sorry. We were trying to. I'm really sorry. There was a lot of slides. We were trying to show you basically the different faculties, what they offer.
Right.
And then we were showing you that there's a hands approach on teaching. This is actually one of our mechanical engineering professors, Mr. Kaufmann. He's really into cars. And then we are here now. Then maybe I leave it here, even though it's smaller. At least you can see it, right?
Yes, we can see it in the slide number 12, right?
Yeah, okay, perfect. Well, there's an excellent support actually between professors and students. You have like one professor for 35 students, and there's a close cross-faculty cooperation. And overall, a feedback I also get very often from students who come from very big cities. They like the quiet and friendly environment. You very quickly connect with other students, you connect with teachers, and you can even connect with people who are living here in Weingarten. And yeah, it's a quiet and friendly environment. And of course, there's still things happening, and you can also go to the next big cities. But it's not like you go out of the door and then you are in the bustling nightlife or something. We also cooperate with companies. For those students who come here for a full study program, they have to actually do a compulsory practical semester. We have some endowed professorships, some professors who come from industry who are endowed by companies. We have some scholarships and prizes, and we have laboratories well equipped by companies on campus. Once a year, we have the career days where up to, oh, do you know the number?
No, but there are a lot.
A lot of companies actually come for 3 days. They come on campus, and students, both German students and international students, can connect with them, can talk to them, and figure out if there is some possibility for them to do either an internship or even work there later after their studies. Generally speaking, you see here, that's Lake Constance actually. We are located here. Stuttgart is there, Munich is over here. And then you have Austria, Liechtenstein, Switzerland. You see within a 2 hours reach, you have a lot of large companies, but there's also a lot of small and medium-sized companies which are delivering parts to the larger companies. So there really are lots of possibilities to do an internship, even though at the moment the economics The economic situation is not so well, but generally speaking, we live in a very wealthy part of Germany. So there are still always possibilities either to work in industry or to do projects within our university, but I'll talk about that later again. Oh yeah, here we come. I mean, there's a lot of research and interdisciplinary projects taking place here. You can see here on that chart, you can only see some mentioned, but there's always something going on. Let's say you're interested in robotics, or you're interested in Formula One for students. Then I can always bring you in touch with the professors or the or students working in there. It's often students who form a project group and work on that project. And you can, during your time here, you can work with the other students together on a project, and you can also receive credits for that. It's something that we have to discuss before, but it's definitely possible. So you can gain a lot of practical experience. Okay, now here a summary again for exchange students. We have a lot of English taught study programs. A lot of them are taught from semester 1 to semester 4 in English, which means that in the summer semester, you usually have semester 1 and 3 from bachelor programs in English, and then the winter semester, semester 2 and 4. I will always send around a list, which is where you can get the courses from. We also have something that is called International Academy, which is like an interdisciplinary program which combines different topics from business, basically. You have something like consumer psychology, you have change management, you have project management, you have entrepreneurial leadership, you have marketing, you have some controlling stuff. So these are there's around 30 to 40 ECTS that you can choose from every semester. And you can pick and choose and combine them with everything you do from other faculties. Then, as I mentioned before, this is something I usually ask when you apply. You can tell me that you want to do a project as well, which means it's not like a fixed course which is offered every year, but you can tell me, oh, I'm so interested in, I take robotics again, or RoboCup, that's even a competition here. And then I can bring you in touch. I can first find out what's possible. I can bring you in touch with the professors, and then you can really do a project in a certain length and scope, which can be discussed, and can take those credits back home and get them validated back home. We have a language center, which offers, of course, German courses, which we suggest you join. I mean, I think it's a good opportunity to at least spend one semester studying German while you live in Germany. You could also take English courses, not only learning English, but also using English, improving your conversation, learning how to do CVs and other courses. And there's plenty of other language courses as well. If you decide, you think, oh, it's a good idea, I want to learn Italian or Spanish or Turkish or Korean, Japanese, it's possible. And in addition, we also have some intercultural communication courses. Some of them are given from students to, given by students to students. I will send around the link where you can find the offer. I will basically next week send around the application information to Pichalika, and that includes basically the list and the link, and then you can check out what you would like to do. And yeah, maybe just quickly again, what do we do? What is possible here for international students? Okay, the International Office supports both degree-seeking students and exchange students before and during their stay in Weingarten, and of course afterwards, because you receive the transcript from me. During your time here, we have country evenings where students can present their own country in our student pub to other students. Actually in the beginning, we have these welcome and orientation days where we help you to basically settle in here. We help you register with the city. We help you open a bank account. We help you with the health insurance if you haven't done it before. And of course, we help you, or we introduce the university and the way of studying here in Germany to you. We have accommodation for you. I will show you a picture in a minute. There are 2 dormitories on campus where we have rooms for you. Then we do excursions within the region, and we have a buddy program where we put you together with a with a buddy from Germany or with a senior international student here, a person who can help you in the beginning of your stay here. Student life in Weingarten, as I mentioned, we have 3 dormitories actually around campus. A 4th one is being built currently. The student canteen is directly on campus. It's like 100 meters from here. We actually sit in a very small building in the middle of the park on campus, and it takes you from the dormitories. It's no more than, I can see them from here. It's no more than 2 minutes. Then, as I mentioned before, there are student initiatives such as Formula Student, first responders, like if there's an emergency, we have a group of people who comes to help. Kreativ is actually a consultancy, a student consultancy, management consultancy. We have environmental working groups. We have the Council of Indian Students because we have many Indian students, people from the Indian subcontinent. And then we have, I don't really know how to explain, Fab Lab Makerspace. We have a building where you can basically do everything by yourself. I give you one example. They have a place where you can put your bikes and you can repair your bikes, or you can ask somebody to help you repair your bikes. And there's a lot of people actually, particularly towards the summer, who like to get a bike here and who get their bikes done there, meet other people, and then they go on bike trips around the region here. So, but you can also do 3D printing, many different things. So a lot of people, you get to see it on your first days here on campus, and many of the students then continue to go there and learn how to do certain things. University sports we actually offer together with the second university on campus. That's the Teachers University. They start a little bit later than we do. So from the month of April, we will have a whole program of sports that is offered by students for students. We apparently have a big band. I have actually not heard of them before, but I think it exists, and there are many other things. There's a picture of the dormitories. This is the older one, as you can see, but it's being renovated. The kitchens don't look like that anymore. They look much better now. You have a small refrigerator in your room. Rooms are like this. They're small but nice and clean. You share a bathroom with another student. That is something that some students like and some students don't like as much. You actually there are 24 students on each floor, 12 to each side. There's 4 international students on each side. So in terms of getting a network, getting to know students quickly, getting to know people quickly, this is actually the better one. There's more going on. You'll meet people quicker, and they usually are quite open and happy then that new students are coming. The other one, which is right next door, is the more modern and newer one. There you share an apartment with 3 other people, so altogether it's 4. There's 2 international students sharing with 2 German students. Each you have your own room, and you share your bathroom with either one other person or the other 3. I'm not entirely sure. But buildings are next to each other. There's a barbecue spot out here, and it's really close to everything that's going on here on campus. To give you an idea about the cost and maybe also some facts and figures, how the academic year here functions in Germany, it's probably a little bit different than it is in Thailand. Actually, right now, today, the lecture period for the summer semester starts. So the summer semester is actually lasting from 1st of March until the end of August. We start with a welcome week, then the German intensive course, and then the lectures start. The exams are being held in the last 3 weeks in July. And in August, there's basically nothing going on. You still have your room and you can enjoy the summer in the area, or you can go travel. The winter semester is taking place from September to February. We ask you usually to be here by mid-September because that's when we start with a welcome week. And then we have 2 weeks of German intensive course, and the lecture period starts in the first week of October. We have 2 application deadlines. It's the April the 30th is for the winter semester, so that's what's applicable for you now. And for the summer semester, it's October the 31st. We have no real nomination deadline, so it's usually understood when I send the application info, then Pichalika or her colleagues will get back to me and tell me who's nominated. Then I send you the information and then you can apply. And usually that works out fine until the deadline, or even if it's a couple of days later, that will still work. To give you an idea about the monthly costs, the rent has been going up every year a little bit, but it's still, these dormitory rooms are the cheapest you can basically get. If you want a private apartment, it's definitely going to be minimum 450, 500 and more. So the older dormitory I showed you, there you can get a room for 290, and the more modern one for 380. Every one of you will need a health insurance. The public ones cost 120. You can get a private insurance, but we usually suggest students get the public one because they cover more. You don't get, if you have any precondition, it doesn't matter. Like, let's say you have diabetes, or I don't know, you've broken your legs before and you have a problem. A private insurance might exclude such preconditions. A public one cannot. For food and other things, we think it's around 350 euros, maybe a little less. It depends. Maybe if you cook together with friends, it might be less. And then there's two other things. You have to pay a semester fee of 100 euros once per semester. That covers all administrative costs, basically. It's not a tuition fee. You don't pay any tuition fee. It's simply an administrative fee. And what we suggest to all of you, but of course it depends on the individuals, the Deutschland ticket. Maybe you've heard of it. You can get for 58 euros per month. You can get a ticket which lets you travel all across Europe on any bus, on any. Sorry, what did I say?
Europe.
Oh no, sorry. Of course, Germany. It lets you travel on any bus, tram, subway.
Right.
Regional trains, not the fast trains, the regional trains. And yeah, one of the buses even goes on the ferry and crosses the lake to Constance, right? Yeah. So this is a really big, a good deal for you. Like, let's say you go to Munich, you can take the regional train to Munich, and then you can also travel within Munich on the public transport system. This is something we'll tell you more about when you come here. The other possibility in terms of traveling is, of course, also a long distance bus, which is Flixbus. There you can go to Milan, to Paris, to Venice, to whatever for a fairly cheap price. But I just put the transportation, the Deutschland ticket here as like an idea for you to know how much you would pay per month. So overall, you would need around 850 to 900 euros, depending on how much you save, basically. We actually have the possibility of support one of the students with a scholarship from Baden-Württemberg Foundation, which is something that I will send Pichalika information about, and she will in turn inform you. So that is a possibility for one student. We can offer this scholarship. And as a student, you could also work here if you wanted to. You could try to get work in a pub or something. There are some possibilities if that is something you wish to take upon you. Okay, so this is what I would like to say about RWU as such. Maybe just a few pictures so that you get an idea of the region. It's really an attractive region. Feedback from students. We have a lot of students here who love hiking, biking, being outside, going swimming. You can swim in. We have a small lake here. We have outdoor swimming pools. We have Lake Constance, which is lovely in the summer. We have lots of festivities here, actually. In Weingarten, you have the huge basilica, which is the biggest Baroque church north of the Alps. We have the so-called blood ride. Around 3,000 horses will come in the end of May, and they will actually worship a kind of a relic. It's a small droplet of blood of Jesus Christ, which is kept in the basilica. And once a year, it is taken out, and then people come and really worship it, basically. And somebody sits on a horse and holds it, and all the others are riding behind. It's a huge procession. It's really interesting to see. I don't think there's anything like that anywhere else in Europe. Maybe I should mention that overall, Ravensburg has 50,000 inhabitants, Weingarten has 25,000. And there in Weingarten, you find two universities I mentioned before, RWU, which is more, yeah, it has the engineering study programs plus business and social work. And then you have the Teachers University where you can study to become a teacher. They also have some exchange students, and we usually bring you together. In Ravensburg, actually, there's a third university. I don't know whether it comes on the picture. Let me see. It doesn't, but anyways, there's a third university. It's a dual university where you have to have like a job with a company, and then you work for 3 months, and then you study for 3 months. So overall, these two cities, which are so small, have 10,000 students. So it's quite a student area, and there's a lot of things going on. Just to show you Ravensburg, Ravensburg is called also the city of towers. You have there's a small castle, there's a wonderful footpath going down to the city. There's lots of towers. You have a lovely Christmas market. In the summer months, you have a huge festivity with also processions, which is really nice. And maybe you know the name Ravensburg from your childhood. Maybe you had a puzzle back at home. This blue triangle is the logo of the company Ravensburger, and they produce all these board games and puzzles. And they are actually, this company is actually located in Ravensburg. There's a museum, and there's even a like a games park, like a children's park, which is probably not for you so much anymore, but still, it's really yeah, well known for the region and in the region. Okay, so just some pictures towards the end. There you see, this was just happening a couple of weeks ago. This is Carnival, basically, which is very different down here. You wear these wooden masks to scare the winter away. It's very different in other parts of Germany. In the summer, you can jump into the lake. You can sail on the lake. We actually have a sailing boat. The university has a sailing boat. In winter, sometimes we still do have that much snow, but it's getting less and less, and you cannot really rely on it. Could happen in November, and definitely not Christmas. Christmas and snow we haven't had for a long time, but it might happen. I mean, now we have March. It's beautiful outside. All the flowers are coming outside, but we might still get some snow. And then on really very beautiful days, you get to have a view like this. It's basically from the German side of the lake. You look into Switzerland, and you have these smaller mountains in the front, and then the huge Alps in the background. It's a really lovely view. Okay, we have a lot of fog in the autumn. That's something that's not so nice, but you live with it, and then even more you are happy when the sun comes out. Maybe you have heard before of these airships. They are called Zeppelin as well. There used to be huge Zeppelins even 100 years ago, going from Europe to the US and going to Brazil, until one crashed in New York, and that was the end of it. Now we only have them crossing the lake, flying across the lake like tourist airships, and we visit with you usually the museum when you come here. It's really quite interesting. Lots of different types of food and beer, of course. There's lots of breweries, small breweries in the region. The region is actually famous for hops, which you need to brew beer. And then here you have a picture again from this basilica I mentioned, and in the background you see the mountains. So yeah, I think we both think it's quite an attractive region. I don't even come from here. I come from the north of Germany. I got stuck here.
Same.
And I don't think we really want to go away again. It's really wonderful. People here speak an accent, but when they realize that you're international students, they will of course try to speak Hochdeutsch, the high-level German, so to speak. And from what I can tell you, students who come here usually like it a lot. I have a lot of students, I tell them in the beginning, if you like it, then think about it. You have 2 or 3 months to tell me if you want to stay a second semester, and actually quite a lot of people do. I usually have a mixture of exchange students coming, basically new students coming, and then I have a lot of them staying for a second semester. It's going to be totally different. If you have never been to Europe or the US, you will probably find it totally different, but people are very friendly and open and will make it easy for you to to settle in. And at the moment, I can only tell you we have one student here, Fim, from your university, and I'm sure if anybody of you had any questions, I could easily bring you in touch, and he would be happy to support and help you. So there we are, Pichalika.
All right, so thank you very much, Barbara and Carolina, for a nice presentation. For myself, I always happy to see the presentation and pictures of the Basilica Church and a nice view of the Weingarten area, Lake Constance, yeah. So I can say that this is one of a nice place for the student. Here we have was more than 10 students joining our live section here. I can say that Baden-Württemberg area is also a nice place to stay, comparing to a big city with a high living cost. So of course, Weingarten is one of the choice. So we have some, let me check if we have time. Okay, so we have some time before we finish. Then I will have some question from the student. Rest.
Sure. If there are any questions, please feel free to shoot. Otherwise, you can, of course, send me an email afterwards, and I will gladly help you.
All right. All right. Yes, of course. I'm not sure if some students just join us. We have talked in the beginning that at the moment we have one SIIT student who is joining the student exchange program. He's from the School of Management Technology, and luckily that this year he got we can say almost the full scholarship from what the name of the scholarship again?
BWS Baden-Württemberg Stipendium, Baden-Württemberg Foundation.
Yeah, yeah.
They are giving them.
Can you give us more details about the Baden-Württemberg scholarship? For example, is it guaranteed to have every year or not, and how much of the amount of the scholarship for the student to join? Because of course, scholarship is attractive to the student to join.
Well, it's money that we are provided basically by the government, by the foundation, which we are able, it's a certain amount and it changes from year to year. And we are able to support students from several universities with that. I'm pretty safe to say that I can offer a scholarship to one student. It would be around 850 per month for 5 months. And sometimes it depends a little bit on how many students are coming or not. Then sometimes I'm able to support a second student, maybe for 3 months, maybe also for 5 months, but that is something I cannot promise. One student I can usually promise. Yeah.
Okay, so that means the scholarship will be available every year, right?
Yes, so far it has been available. I mean, since the past 9 years I have been here, it has been available every year. So I have reason to believe, or let's say no reason to doubt, that it will continue to be available.
Okay.
It's just that the amount of the sum might change, but we are in touch with them and we try our best, and they realize that this is a very important possibility to support students.
All right, all right. So, students, is there any condition for the scholarship? For example, they have
well, you have to hand in, you have to fill in your data in a portal. You have to hand in like a motivation letter. Why do you want to get the scholarship? Why do you want to go to Baden-Württemberg or to Weingarten? You have to put in your CV and you have to put in a transcript. But that's usually it. And then usually I forward the application to the foundation, and then they have a group of people and then they will make the decision. But usually if I suggest a student, then it's usually pretty safe that the student will also get the scholarship.
So luckily, SIIT receives scholarship from Weingarten every year normally. Yeah. So depends how many students. It depends on the availability of the scholarship and also the number of the students who join the Weingarten. Yeah. We call AWU.
The foundation actually offers also excursions for students, so they can actually, they will receive information from the foundation about any events that are happening, and there are online events, but there are also in-person events. I think now they just went to Geneva, I think, with a group, and then I think they had to pay for the trip, but for hotel and everything it was paid for. They are also, so they really also try in the background, they try to organize some events, some trips for students here. They try to bring them in touch with each other. So that is also something that's really nice about it.
All right. So mostly our student will be joining the, of course, with AWU as well in Weingarten. You call your semester summer, right? This
Yeah,
time?
we call it summer semester. Even it starts in March,
Okay.
and that's where we still have springtime. But yes, it's from March until the end of August.
Okay, March, mid of March to end of August, right?
Actually, beginning of March. It's the beginning of March until, and they could leave. The earliest they could leave would be the last week of July. But a lot of them still use the month of August to do some traveling or to spend time with friends. But for the summer semester, it would actually suffice. If there's any difficulty with your schedule, it would suffice to be here from the 1st of March until 25th of July, something like that.
So that means they are expected to arrive to Weingarten around maybe by the end of February or early March?
Well, they will have their room from the 1st of March, so we try to make that work, that they basically can come on the 1st of March and move in. This year it was a bit difficult because the 1st of March was a Saturday, so we actually had to ask them to come a couple of days earlier, but then it's difficult to already be able to move into the room.
So in the case of Weingarten, if they finish their the period of study is by the end of August, so that means is it already include examination?
Yes, the lectures actually finish at the end of June, and then they have 3 weeks of examination time until the end of July, and then basically they're done. They still have their room and they will have to pay for it. That is, we cannot do it any otherwise. But the month of August is basically free, and usually students have their visa, and if they have the time, then they could either spend time in the region. If they work, they can continue to work, or they travel around Europe.
All right. But the result of the examination is supposed to be completed around by August or September something. I think the reason is that we will consider for the student who are considering of transferring credit back to SIIT in order to complete their study, because this is the last semester of the 4th-year student. So normally, when do students expected to receive the result?
Well, I think I have to say goodbye to Carolina because she has another appointment.
All right, so
but
Carolina, thank you very much for joining us. Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, and hopefully see you soon.
Yes, see you next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Usually the professors have the month of August to correct the exams, and then I will do my best to prepare the transcripts begin in September, basically. But it depends a bit. As you can imagine, you have professors who are faster, who do the correction first and then go on vacation, but you also have professors who first go on vacation and then, I mean, they have time off until the beginning of October, basically. So if I know that somebody needs their transcript early, I will do my very best to get the grades as soon as possible.
Right. Okay, perfect. So that means the result will come in the same time, not from the different subject, right?
Well, every professor has their own timing, so that's what makes it a bit difficult. That's what's the challenge, basically. But if I know that somebody needs it early, then I will approach the professors and say, look, maybe you can already check out if this or that student has passed. Then I can maybe at least do a preliminary transcript so that we know that the student passed and can validate their credits. And then later on, you get the final one. There's all different types of things that happen here. So it's not like on day X, I get all the grades, I'm afraid. I have to work a little bit to get them.
All right, I can understand. So next question is about the internship opportunity, because since here in our meeting room, we also have the master or doctoral student who may interested in, because they already complete their coursework, so they're interested in doing kind of like a research or internship. So is there any possibility for the master or even the bachelor student to join for the internship program?
Well, it's not really a program. It's basically that students, both bachelor and master students, they always have to do practical work. They always have to do, or some of the courses are always combined with project work. So that's why there's in every faculty, there will always be some topics where you can basically generate a project out of, and you can give that to an international student or a group of students. They can work on a topic and then get credits for that. So it's a possibility for them to get some practical experience, right? On top of that, there's the Formula Student. I think that's basically a group you can join. I don't think you get credits for that, but they built a new Formula One student car every year, and you can basically join that. You can maybe even join the competition. That is something that is maybe, let's say, out of passion, right? Then you have RoboCup. That's both a course, but you can also participate, and they basically compete with the robotics we have here, with the robots we have here in certain areas. And then again, they can participate in competitions if it fits. I mean, it has to fit time-wise. But then, yeah, you can also get credits for that.
Oh.
What we have here is a career services lady, and if somebody wanted to apply for an internship abroad, not abroad, sorry, outside of the university, then she would help. She would help make sure that the CV looks in the way it should look like here in Germany. She knows she has certain contacts, and she would try to get in touch with companies. We cannot promise anything, but we would certainly support. And as I mentioned before, at the moment, it is not so easy to get internships anymore as it used to be, but I think it's a phase of maybe a couple of years, and it will become better again. And in terms of what you want to do within the university, it's in their application, students can mention whether they want to do lectures and or courses, projects. And then as soon as I know, then I would get in touch and I would ask you, what are the topics you're interested in? Shall we already get in touch right now, or do you want to come here first and then decide what you want to do? And our professors here are usually very open and approachable, and they will make things work. For example, let's say in computer science, we don't have a bachelor program, an English-speaking bachelor program in computer science. Still, I sometimes have students who know some German, so they are able to participate in some of the German courses. They can do the exam in English, but they need more, and then they approach the professors and they offer them some kind of project work, whether it's some kind of programming or you do some 3D printing. There's different possibilities. So I'd like to think we are pretty flexible there. It makes it easier if students mention it in advance, because then I can start already arranging, but it's even possible when students are here and then realize, oh, this is a nice professor. Maybe I can ask him if I can do something in his research area. It's maybe a different concept than the way it works in Thailand.
Yeah. So is it possible for the graduate, bachelor student to take the master courses in case if there is no English course in the bachelor level? Yes.
Again, this is something where we say where it makes sense. And I think you said that mostly it's students from the fourth year. So the International Academy, I think that will be okay, because it's sort of higher level bachelor. For the engineering courses, it might well be that there's more courses offered on a, let's say, lower to medium bachelor level. And if they already know something in a certain area, then they are more than welcome to also participate in master courses. That is no problem.
Because the thing is that the trend from our student right now, there are two groups of the students. The one group is the group who want to join who want to take course as the exchange student, and another group who want just only doing the project, the research project for the same period, a whole semester. So if there is a possibility of them for joining, no need to get any credit. They just want to do the project under the supervision from SIIT and for example from Weingarten to co-supervise them together. That would be good chance for them to do kind of that project.
Yes. As you just mentioned before, they will have to come for the full semester, because it's very difficult for us to arrange shorter period internships. I mean, maybe it could be 4 months instead of 5 months, but then they would still have to take the room. It's always a little bit difficult for us to, I can only, it's not my room, it's not the university renting out the rooms, it's a company, and they, of course, they want to rent out their rooms for 6 months, so we are bound by that. So that is an issue maybe. I can always help you if somebody wants to come for a shorter time. I could help them to find a shorter sublet, but it's not as easy. And personally, from having gotten to know several students, I would say 3 months is really the minimum, especially if somebody has never ever been, let's say, to a European country before. It takes some time to get used to how things work. And so I think I would actually say 4 months or even 5 months is better, but I know that maybe there are some students cannot make it. But as I said, the room is the problem. The room is the issue.
I can understand, because I remember that in the former time we tried to send the student to join the summer internship, which is only 2 months during June and July, but it seems that very difficult to send them. But now we have another group of students who will join in a whole semester in the same period, like start from March until end of June or July. Yeah, so
yeah, that would be.
If there is a possibility for this group of the students to join, that would be great. So
Yes.
yeah, what should we recommend students to do? I mean, search for the list of the project from the professor, or will you have kind of the project?
No, it's better. We don't have that list anymore because things change so quickly. Professors told me that they're not doing that anymore, that they always have things going on, but they cannot constantly update a list. So if somebody wanted to do a project, it would be good to have a CV from him or her, sorry, saying like what has he or she done before, what are they interested in, and then if I get like an overview of like a list of things that they are interested in doing, like keywords in terms, I'm interested in robotics, I want to do artificial intelligence, I want to do social work. I mean, if somebody wanted to do something in nursing and social work, I think a project I could probably organize more easily than a course, because the lectures are not being taught in English.
All right. Okay, understand. So you would recommend that firstly, student may propose their CV and also background for your consideration. And if you can see the professor which match for their background, we will seek for the possibility, something like that.
Yeah.
And one last question, because now we are running out of time.
Of course.
Yeah. Because you mentioned about your career service office or something, which provide service for students who wish to do the internship with the company. Is it also available for the exchange student, or for those who just want to work with the company without
no, it's a lady, it's a colleague of mine. She has a lot of connections within the university, but also in the local industry, and she knows basically how things work, and she has she finds out about a lot of internships available. It's no guarantee, but students can make an appointment with her, and she will help them, to clean up their CV, how it looks better here in Germany, because there may be differences, and she will also advise them on how to go forward, and if it's maybe better to look within the university or outside of the university for an internship. Yeah.
So that means this internship will be directly from the student and the company, right? Just to get the advice.
It is possible. I mean, as I said, at the moment it's a bit difficult, but generally speaking, yes, there is a possibility. But for a student to come here and get work in a company, I think it's better to be here. I mean, of course, you should prepare everything, but it's easier when you're here. And then you start from day one. You say, okay, I want to really work in a company. And then basically from day one, we try to bring you in contact with the career service and help you we support you. But of course, the student has to do the applications. But I think I would always have a plan B, because it may not work out. So if it doesn't work out, then maybe another plan could be a project within the university, within the topic that a student is interested in.
All right.
You see what I mean? Because I cannot give out a guarantee, but it's a possibility. And it happened in the past, it still happens. At the moment, as I said, it's going down a little bit, but it's still, the possibility is there.
All right. So we may let's see in the case by case. Yeah.
Yes.
All
In
right.
this case, I would go case by case. Yeah.
All right. So thank you very much, Barbara.
Well,
Unfortunately,
thank you.
time's up right now. So I really appreciate your kind presentation and also very nice talk and discussion. We had many more questions to ask, but unfortunately that
That's fine.
we have no time at the moment. And thank you so much for your kind joining us every year for the SIT Global Weeks. And we are looking forward to sending more SIT students and also receiving more our
Same here.
to join SIITs. As I mentioned,
Same
our
here.
collaboration start over 25 years. So we will be happy to establish and to strengthen our collaboration many more. So thank you very much for today.
Thank you very much, and looking forward to receiving questions from your students, and all the best.
Yes, thank you. Have a nice evening.
You
Bye-bye.
too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yes. All right, so everyone, now we have completed the first university, which is Weingarten University, Hochschule Ravensburg, Weingarten University of Applied Science, which is our lovely partner university with the collaboration more than 25 years old. So now I guess that we have our second university, which is joining us here right now. The second university is from the UK. We have the University of the West of England from Bristol. So for those who are interested in the joining the student exchange program or even pursue your study in the higher level, we have a lovely lady here who actually Thai, but she's the representative from the University of the West of England who know a lot of information. So may I also welcome and introduce and ask you to introduce yourself, Kun Joy.
Yes, okay. Thank you so much. Do my background look okay?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Joy. You can call me P Joy. I'm the country manager of UWE Bristol, and I'm also the MBA alumni of UWE Bristol as well. And I think, yes, shall we start the presentation? Okay, yes, let's start with like getting to know the University of the West of England. I'm country manager, look after the partner university in Thailand, Myanmar, and also South Korea. Okay. Getting to know the University of the West of England, we are in Bristol. It's only 1.5 hours by train from London to Bristol. And when student arrive, we have the airport pickup service from Heathrow Airport to the university. And Bristol has been voted to the best city to live in the UK, the amazing city, also the technology hub in the UK as well, and also the city of Thieves, city of the culture, and also the green city as well. Yeah, this is the word from all the publisher, like the best city for the job opportunity as well, and also the best city to live by Sunday Times and Independent, and also one of the best city break as well. This is the landmark of the Bristol. This is the bridge. It's called Suspension Bridge. Has been built and by the Bruno. He is very famous engineer in the UK. And this is the cathedral in the Bristol city. It's very nice, vibrant city. If you know Banksy, he's also live here and have a lot of artwork pop up in the city center as well. In the city center, we have Harborside, lovely Harborside. And it's also a lot of festival during summer as well. We do have Balloon Festival in August and also Harbor Festival in July as well. And also, of course, the Glastonbury Music Festival, very, very popular nearby Bristol. And Bristol is rich in culture, and also if you would like to see the theater, Bristol Old Vic is one of the oldest theater in the UK, still operate now in the UK. And also Hippodrome, if you would like to see Moulin Rouge. So here at Bristol is center of the music and culture. Also a lot of company, a lot of production house in Bristol as well. Very, very vibrant city. A lot of company for the creative industry. And also for the company in Bristol, we have the fifth highest number of the company. There are a lot of opportunity for our student for placement and also part-time job as well. There are Renault company in Bristol, Airbus, Rolls-Royce and British Aerospace. And in terms of the ranking, we are always on the top 50 UK University by Guardian League table, and a lot of top 10 ranking in the UK. And of course, we also have the number 6 in the UK for the student satisfaction by the Sunday Times guide as well. In terms of the student experience, we also number 9, so it's top 10 in the UK. Over 120 UK universities, we ranked in the top 10. And we also has been awarded Sustainability Institution of the Year, and also the first university, the first UK university who award the University Mental Health Service as well. So this is the great that we have a great approach to help students to have better mental health. And this is the French campus. It's our campus that most of the students will study here. The School of Engineering, exchange student from SIIT will be study at the main campus in French. Accommodation and everything is on our main campus. Is home of the business law school, engineering school, and also architecture school. So this business school and new engineering building. The student from the exchange program will study here, and we also have accommodation at the back of the building. It's brand new building. This is the interior of the engineering building on our open day. So it's really great sustainability building. And also at UWE Bristol, we also have Bristol Robotic Labs, one of the Europe largest robotic labs. So students who study IT or AI program also have opportunity to study there as well. And we also work with a lot of company in Bristol, and this is company that we provide students for the placement opportunity as well. In terms of the exchange program, we offer for SIIT students, we offer 2 places for exchange program in January next year. So we offer the program in data science and AI, our brand new program, the top-up program, and also information technology program. So students spent 1 semester in January to June at UWE Bristol. In terms of entry requirement, we require minimum GPA 2.5 and IELTS, or take our internal English test equivalent to IELTS 6.5. So this is the starting in January, the calendar. We have welcome week in the first welcome week from 19 to 23rd of January. So you can arrive and use our airport pickup service during the welcome week. And we also start on the teaching week and assessment in 26th January to about 15th of May. And we also have spring break from the 6th to the 17th of April, and also assessment week, the 18th of May until June. So its program is from January to June. This is our engineering building. When you arrive in the UK in January, it might snow. And in March, this is the picture from this month. It's very, very lovely. weather now in Bristol. Talking about the program that we offer for SIIT student, we offer the data science AI top-up. So you can spend 1 semester on this program. This is a great program that if you would like to study on AI, on the data, big data, machine learning. So this is great program that we offer. This is the structure of the program. We have the core module and also 2 optional modules for student. So when you apply, we will recommend which optional modules that you can take. We have big data, we have machine learning, AI, and also the visualization communication as well. Another program is IT program. This is one of the popular program as well. We have the 2 optional modules that are a bit different from the AI top-up. So we have big data, business intelligence, and data mining, and also the application of AI as well. This is a facility at our engineering school. We have the hands-on experience building and also the equipment that is brand new equipment for the student who study IT, software, hardware program at UWE Bristol. And we also have the space for you to work in a group for, with a friend. We have the maker space with a high-spec PC for you to use, and also the launch space as well for you to use. We also offer popular 1-year master degree program in AI and also robotics and also IT program that we work with a lot of the institution like National Cyber Security Center, Ministry of Defense, and also the Charter Institute of the IT in the UK as well. We also offer scholarship for SIIT students. During your study, we also have the academic support for you as well. Don't worry if you quite worry about, how to write assignment. We have the tutor. You can book 1-to-1 academic support with our tutor as well. We also have career and enterprise service, and also a lot of club in society and community for our students as well. During term time, we have the Bristol District Series talk. We invite CEO from Airbus, from a lot of company in Bristol, and also the well-known company in the UK to meet our students from CBI, from Tesco, and a lot of company, startup company, and a lot of the series that we offer for our students. For accommodation, we offer accommodation on campus. It starts from now it's about 150 to 200 pounds per week, include everything, Wi-Fi and all the energy price. And we also launched this is brand new accommodation also on campus. This is very new. We launched in last January. You can choose accommodation in city center as well. And we also have student union on campus. If you would like to play board game, to come to talk to our career service, or to watch football, hang out with friends. And also sports center as well on campus. The area for you to play football or use the gyms, squat, rock climbing. So everything is on campus. Yeah, our accommodation. So this is the activity you can do in Bristol. A lot of place to hang out with friends as well. And yeah, this is the city center. It's lovely city center. A lot of vibrant food. There are also like Chinese food, Japanese food available in Bristol as well. During summer, it's really lovely. In the end of your semester, you can spend some time on the Bristol Harbour Festival. We have really famous summer school program as well. We have a lot of students from all over the world to study 2 weeks summer school. and this is the Thai student from Thai University, Bangkok University, Thammasat, and also SW. This year, we also work with the Language Institute with Thammasat University as well. Okay, and this is my contact details. If you have any question, or you can join us on the TikTok UWE Bristol Thailand channel as well. Okay, I think that's about it.
All right, so thank you very much, Kun Joy, for
Thank
your
you.
very fast presentation.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess that from the UWE, you have quite the same calendar like in SIIT, because the spring semester, you call spring semester or winter semester, January?
Spring. Yeah.
Spring. Okay. For the spring semester, start from January until May. So luckily, that good news that this year, this time we receive a good news from UWE that you can host SIT student in the field of computer and information technology. So for how many students again, can you confirm for the next
Two students at the moment. Yeah.
student for the School of ICT, right?
Yes.
Right.
And we might have some more from engineering program, but we will keep update as soon as possible. But yeah, at the moment we guarantee the IT, the software, AI, and also the IT program.
All right. All right. So maybe after this, if you have any update about the qualification requirement, you can share with us again. So that means if the semester start in January, when should they expect it to arrive?
They can arrive on our welcome week, so they can arrive about mid-January.
Mid-January. So that means
Yes.
the semester start will end of January something?
About 26, yes, 26.
All right. Around the third, almost the fourth week of January.
Yes.
So May is already including the examination and result as well.
Yeah, May to June. Yes.
May to June. So that
Yes.
means examination will be May and the result will be around June, right?
Yes. Normally, our undergrad student will graduate in June, and we have graduation ceremony in July. Yeah.
So for the program will be in we have for the School of ICT in SIT, we have digital engineering, computer engineering, and electrical engineering.
Yeah.
Is
I
it
think,
possible?
yes.
Yeah, sorry.
This two program is best fit for the digital engineering student.
Okay, digital engineering student. And is it possible for the bachelor student to take courses in the master level?
They have to graduate first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because for the bachelor degree level in UWE or in the UK system is 4 years, same as in Thailand, right?
Normally it's 3 years.
3
Yeah.
years.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So so they because SIT student when they join the exchange program, they will be in the 4th year, second semester,
year.
4th year. Yeah. And also
Okay. Yeah, after that after they graduate bachelor degree, they can join our 1 year master degree.
Right, right. Yeah, this is also the good opportunity. And apart from taking coursework at UWE, is there any possibility for the internship student to do like either short-term or long-term internship program? I mean, we talk separately from those two students who will be joining coursework in the field of ICT program. Is there any possibility for the internship or research work in UWE?
Most of our top up degree, most students they have to do the small project. So it depends on the supervisor if they allow them to do work-based project or their individual project. So yeah, I think they have like mostly they have 1 semester to do that. Yeah, it depends on the supervisor.
All right. So just for your information and also for the student information, we used to send our SIT student to join UWE as the internship student, but that one is for a short-term internship during our summer semester for 2 months. But my question is cover for those who want to join in a whole semester in UWE without taking any courses, because in SIT we have the program called extended training program, and almost of the students will take course, will conduct the internship program in Thailand with the company. But many of them are interested in joining the research project with our partner university under the supervision of the partner university without taking any courses. So that's why I asked for if there is the possibility. And also we have some master and doctoral students here in this meeting room that may also interest in doing the research in UWE as well.
Yeah, I think it's possible to join on the like one semester research on our top up student level or final year student level, because most of the UWE students, if they do internship, it's the 1 year internship after they complete the second year. So it's kind of like the whole year internship. But I think for the exchange, it's also possible. Yeah.
It's also possible as well. And how about the Thai student in UWE at the moment? Can you share with us about the student life in Bristol and also in UWE? For example, is there any other university in that area, or what kind of activity that student can do after class, or any special activity to be attract students to join?
Yeah, in Bristol, there are 2 universities. There are UWE and also UOB, University of Bristol. So in Bristol, I think we have about 150 Thai students in the city. And mostly we have a lot of joint club and society. A lot of activity together. They play football together, and there are also a lot of the games, like the annual games, like Samaki game for Thai students who study in the UK to play football or to join the activity together. So yeah, in Bristol, I think there are a lot of activity and club and society, and they can join together with Thai students. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds fun for the student. And how far from London to the Bristol?
It's about 1.5 hour by train. Yeah, but by the coach around 2 hours.
2 hours. And is it difficult to get the accommodation in the Bristol area?
Not difficult. We provide student accommodation to our exchange student. So it would be straightforward to apply our accommodation.
So this is guaranteed accommodation.
Yes, for exchange student.
All right, but students have to pay by their own, right?
Yes. The expense is around 1,000 pounds to 1,200 pounds for the living cost. So around 600 for the accommodation and another 600 for the food and everything. So yeah, it's around like 40 to 50,000 Thai baht per month for the living cost.
Okay, so if they are staying for a whole semester, they will just have around 250,000 baht. This is without shopping.
Yeah, without shopping.
Yeah. So is it normal for the Thai student to cook at home or eat out is better? Because I heard that in some university, students prefer eat out, and some area students prefer cooking at home.
Yeah, I think most of Thai students they love Thai food. There are a lot of Thai restaurant, Thai street food in Bristol, so they eat out. But if they're concerned about budget or miss the home cook, they can cook at their accommodation. One flat we offer a big kitchen for about only 6 students, so it's very convenient to cook. And yeah, I think most of Thai students, we also cook at home and share together.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds interesting. Yeah, so let me check from the question from the registered student who may have some question to ask. How can we find friends in class and outside?
Friend. Yeah, I think during the welcome week, we have a lot of welcome activity that you can make friends before the class. And during the program, you also have, your free time on the weekend. You can join the, sightseeing club, and you can join our global student activities. So there are a lot of activity that you can make friends with more than 100 nationalities at UWE Bristol. And on campus, we have about 25,000 students, and international student is around 10%. So you can make friends with, from over the world. Yeah.
Okay, so sounds good. Let me check. So if student join UWE as the exchange student, and after that, if they are interested in pursuing their study in the higher level, is there like a priority for those who have been joining for the exchange program, or is there any, for example, scholarship or some special offer for the exchange student?
Yeah, and normally we offer around 1,000 to 2,000 pounds scholarship. But if student from exchange program, we might consider more. Normally we offer about 25% alumni discount. So we might consider the same. Yeah.
But is it guaranteed? No, no.
We need to recheck, but normally 2,000 pounds is possible. Because our tuition fee is not really high for the master degree. Our tuition fee is around 17,000 pounds. So after a scholarship for, partnership scholarship, around 2,000. So the fee for the whole master degree program is only 15,000 pounds.
Okay. Oh, so I guess that no more questions from the student for today. So thank you very much toคุณจอยนะคะ for your time joining our SIT Global Week 2025, and very good news after we have not sending SIT student to join UWE for some years, many years ago. So I hope that next year we will have the SIT student, because the student who will be joining the exchange program will be for the next spring, which is January 2026. Yeah, so
Yes.
from now on, if you have any update program to share with us, please feel free to send it to SIT นะคะ
Okay, thank you, Ka. Thank you so much for the opportunity. We hope we can offer more program and more student to join us as well.
Yes,
Okay.
all right. So thank you very much for today.
Thank
Hope to
you.
see you next
สวัส
time.
ดีค่ะ
ขอบคุณค่ะ And now we come to the last presentation from our partner university today, which I see that our colleagues from the University of Magdeburg is here already. Hello, good evening, Syria.
Hello, hello, how are you? Can you hear me?
Sure, of course, I can hear you. I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, wonderful, yes.
Yeah, so very nice to meet you, and thank you for coming joining us for the SIT Global Weeks 2025 this year. So, if you don't mind, would it be possible if you start a bit earlier? Actually, your session is supposed to start at 5:50, but since now,
Wonderful.
oh yes, but since now we finished the first two sessions, and now you will be the last university for today. So again, so everyone, please welcome our lovely colleague from the University of Magdeburg from Germany, Syria, who will joining us here for the presentation. So please welcome Syria. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you so much for the presentation. It's a pleasure for me to have you here. And so I will try to share the file that I have. Just a moment, please. Okay, I hope you can see my presentation.
Yes, we can see.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the confirmation. Thank you for the confirmation. So I should give you the best regards of my colleague, Anne-Kathrin. Anne-Kathrin is my colleague. She is responsible for welcoming incoming exchange students to our university. So me, Sylvia, and Anne-Kathrin, we are working in the international office of Magdeburg University, and Anne is responsible for incoming students. I'm responsible for outgoing exchange students. So now, very at a short notice, Anne-Kathrin has not been able to join the meeting, so I will hold this meeting. And I want to present to you, first of all, an impression of our campus. This is our campus. It's a big city, or a city of middle size in Germany, located on a river. And this is an impression of our campus, what you can see here. Okay, so we continue with the next slide. These are our two names, of course, and this is a picture of Germany. Germany is structured in several federal states. Federal states structure of Germany, and this is a photo of our capital of Berlin. Magdeburg is a city of hospitality and culture. We are a town of 240,000 residents and located by the Elbe River. So the Elbe River is the second largest river in Germany. That's why I tell you that. And 240,000 residents is kind of a middle-sized town in Germany. I'm not so sure how about Thailand, but 240,000 maybe is not such a big number. All in all, in our town, we have, and in our university, we have about 13,000 or 12,500 students. Magdeburg is a town of a very rich cultural scene. We have lots of museums, opera, cinemas, music clubs. We even have a puppet theater for adult people, with plays for adult people, which is very famous in Germany. So we have lots of cultural attractions in town. And I'm proud to say that Magdeburg is a city of green spaces, of parks, many parks for leisure and relaxation. This, the upper photo is a photo of our campus with students, and we have here an impression of the town by night as well. Maybe you wonder why our university has such a long name. The university's name is Otto von Guericke University. Well, very unfortunately, that guy has a very long name, but it was a very famous guy. Otto von Guericke, he lived in the 17th century, so long ago, and he was a big scientist, philosopher, and engineer. So he was a multi-talented person. He did, for example, a groundbreaking research about the vacuum. So he was the first man in the world who officially confirmed the existence of vacuums. So, but since he was such a great philosopher and researcher, the people at these times asked him to be the mayor, the first person in the city of Magdeburg. So he was the governor or the mayor of the city of Magdeburg in that century. So maybe you come across his name and then you know, aha, he has been a German scientist, philosopher, and engineer. By the way, we make it short. So OVGU Magdeburg, we say Otto von Guericke, OVGU. U stands for university. So if I talk to you about OVGU, you know it's the short abbreviation of our university. History of the Magdeburg University. Well, Magdeburg University, OVGU, was founded in 1993 only, but as a merger of formerly existing 3 institutions of higher learning. We had an institution for medicine in town, we had an institution of higher learning for teacher training, and we had a technical university in town before 93. And these 3 units merged together in 93 to the now OVGU University. Our university has 9 faculties with almost 100 institutes. We offer more than 80 courses of study. And I told you about the number of students that we have, 12,500. And the interesting fact is about more than 30% of it are international students that we have on campus in our degree programs, about almost 5,000 international degree students. Okay. Our university has a strong emphasis on engineering and natural sciences and on medicine. But we have other essential departments as well, like economics, humanities, social sciences. Here you see some impressions of our campus, just some images so that you get an idea of how our university looks like. Here on the left side, you see our library, a very big library with lots of online media, but also books still, and lots of media. And yeah, an image of our students on campus. Here you see a campus map. Why is that important? Well, it is important to tell you that Magdeburg University, OVGU, is a campus university. So you don't have to travel for long through the city. We have here, maybe I can show you, this is the campus, here is the library, building 30 is the library, and here WH, you see this abbreviation, maybe these are the housing, the accommodations for the students. So it's all very close together. Also, the sports center is here, the canteen where you can have your meals for lunch and also for dinner. So it's all together, so you don't have to walk long through the town. But of course, if you want to walk long in town, you can do it as well. So, and you see here, we have a big park next to the city, next to the campus. It's all very convenient. And you see here, the Elbe River. This is the River Elbe. Okay, next slide, going on. This again is, these are the 9 faculties that we have. You may have a look. And I want to give you an impression of our English taught programs and courses that we offer. On bachelor level, on undergraduate level, we offer courses in 4 or 5 English-speaking study programs. Most of our, well, in German universities, of course, the main language of courses is German. But most of the universities and our university as well have lots of English courses, but mostly on master level, on graduate level. But we offer courses also on undergraduate level in these mentioned 4 bachelor courses. International Business and Economics, Bilingual Computer Science with English courses in it, Biomedical Sciences, and Engineering Sciences. And now, don't be too much surprised. We have lots of master programs that are taught in English language. This here is just an excerpt. We have double as many master courses given in English language. So you have a vast offer of English taught courses to choose from. By the way, going back to bachelor, our undergraduate bachelor courses or study programs, they are 3-year courses, right? So the students remain 3 years in the bachelor program, and starting the 4th year, starting year number 4, they go continue with master courses. So we are always happy to guide you if you have if you have questions as to the academic offers and the levels and so on. Okay, what does OBGU offer to their students? Well, we offer a welcoming environment, and there are strong ties between lecturers, staff, and students. We offer high quality practical education, a collaborative learning environment, central campus location, as I told you, and a vibrant cultural scene in town. This is, well, here are some students in front of our library building. We have a special offer for international students. These are the so-called IQs. We tell it IQs in German. Intercultural students does it mean. So it's an intercultural students organization that offers support and guidance, advice, to the students, to international students, about German authorities, about the life in Magdeburg in Germany. If you have some problems, they offer guidance with translations and everything. But in first line, they offer cultural activities. So, for example, the IQs offer nights with nationalities. So, French night, American night, Indian nights, Latin American nights, or where the students coming from those countries celebrate their style, their lifestyle, their food, and so on. So it's really amazing to take part in the IQUS events. At the start of every semester, we offer international welcome weeks with barbecue, karaoke, dormitories advice, so advising about accommodation. We come to that on a later slide. So we offer lots of events for accommodating the international students who come visit us. Our university has a language center. I guess your university has a language center as well. So you can learn languages in our university. For example, German language if you want, English language, or other languages as are on offer by our languages center. And in most of the cases, students pay a very small, modest fee for learning languages. But exchange students can take German language courses during their semester that are free of charge for the first semester at our university. So if you would like to come and visit our university as an exchange student, maybe for 2 semesters, in the first semester, you don't have to pay for the language learning in German. And in the second semester, the language center charges you a very modest fee for taking German language course, for example. And these courses earn credit points. So you get credit points for your endeavor to learn the language. We have a sports center with really, as I can confirm, lots of sports courses here. These are just examples that we give about the sports courses that you can take. We have an on-campus gym. We have sports events. And most of the sports courses are available for a really very small fee of 10 euro. 10 euro is more or less 11 US dollar. So it's very, very small money for every sports course. that students pay for a whole semester. For the whole semester, for those 4 months, you pay 10 euro per sports course. Now, a very important file, applying for exchange studies. What are the periods? What are the deadlines? Application deadlines for our winter semester and summer semester. So we don't speak of fall or spring terms, but we, in our country, it says winter semester and summer semester. Please have a look on the semester dates. We start the winter semester on the 1st of October, more or less. And this semester ends officially end of March, but unofficially the lectures end of January already, and in February there is examination period. So most of the exchange students have completed the winter semester plus including examinations by the end of February. Yeah, already. Summer semester starts on 1st of April, more or less, and it goes officially until end of September, but practically the lectures will stop middle of July, and then follow 3 weeks of examinations. This means by the mid of August, the summer semester is over, including examinations for the exchange students. So you don't need to stay here until end of September. Mid-August is fine. Okay, and here you see the application deadlines. So if you want to visit us in the winter semester, you have to apply by July 15, and for the summer semester, you have to apply by January 15. So ask the international office, your international office, they have our fact sheets, and there you find all the data. How to apply? Well, it's an online registration form, and we need some documents from you, copies of your transcript of records, because we need to know, of course, which courses you have already taken at your university. We need a current photograph, language certificate, either in German or in English. Since I'm not responsible for incoming students, I have a slight doubt about the level of English, of language proficiency, but I guess it should be at least B1. At least B1. So English, if you come and want to take English courses, I guess better B2 than B1. And if you come and want to learn in German language, then we need a B1 or B2 certificate in German. But I'm not completely sure about this level of language proficiency. It's mentioned in our fact sheet. We need a copy of your passport as well. Okay, I have here some more information about on-campus accommodation. Well, we offer on-campus accommodation, as you saw on the campus map, and we offer, of course, off-campus accommodation. Off-campus accommodation is a bit difficult because therefore off-campus accommodation is more expensive than on-campus accommodation. That is why 99% of the incoming exchange students live on campus, and I would very much advise you to live on campus because it's much easier to find accommodation. Off-campus accommodation is more for the degree students who have to search for a place that they like, and of course they have to pay more than on campus. That's why I focus here on on-campus accommodation. You see here a QR code to find more information about it. These rooms that we have in our dormitories are furnished. They are single rooms, private bathroom, and you need to apply online with that entity that rents the apartments. So you can find every more information on this QR code. For guaranteeing accommodation, payment must be made 2 months before you arrive to our university. So if you arrive to our university, for example, for the winter semester, you come to Magdeburg end of September, you will have to pay until end of July for the accommodation. So in order to have a kind of impression of the costs, we mentioned here the cost. Monthly rent is more or less 300 euro, so more or less 300 US dollar for a single room, furnished single room per month. And of course, we need a one-time security deposit. You get back the security deposit after your end of studies in Magdeburg, after you have evacuated and give back the room. Payment must be made via bank transfer from your home bank. Okay, I think we will have lots of time after the presentation to ask or answer questions. So if you have questions, feel free after the presentation. I wanted to give you an impression of the monthly living costs in Magdeburg. So rental fee, 300. Sometimes if the room is only of 15 or 16 square meters, it's a smaller room, it might even be costs below 300 euro, but 300 to 350 euro or US dollar is fine. For food and beverages during a month, you must at least, this is a figure, 100 euro, I think is not sufficient to support you for one full month. This is 25 US dollar in a week. This is really a bit too small, I would say. So better expect 200 euro, 250 euro in a month. Other expenses, if you want to go to the cinema, if you want to rent a bike or whatever, you need to plan other expenses as well. And every student at our university must pay a so-called semester fee. I need to explain you. This semester fee is not so low, but it includes the so-called Germany ticket. I tell you what the Germany ticket is. The Germany ticket means you can ride across whole Germany cost-free with that Germany ticket, because the costs of the ticket are already included in this semester fee. Yeah, these are not the fast trains. We have fast trains in Germany, and we have the so-called local trains, which are not that fast. So this is just for local trains in Germany, but you can ride with these local trains through entire Germany, and you have the money included in this semester fee. The other parts of the semester fee goes to the housing unit that rents the accommodation to you for these modest prices. It goes to the cafeteria that offers your lunch and your dinner meals for student prices. So the money that you pay for the semester fee goes back to you. It will be your benefit. It's not lost money. It's good money, okay? But you need to spend it. First, when you come every semester, the students have to pay that sum. Our degree students as well, but exchange students too. Okay, so my colleague who is responsible for the incoming students, and she cannot be here right now, is Anne-Kathrin Güldenpfennig. We are aware that this is a very long, difficult name. So either you send her an email if you want to inquire some information, or you send an email to AAA ovgu.de. This is our office. This is our office address. So emails will reach Anne as well via this short address. You may visit our website, ovgu.de. This is the website of our university. And if you put on this ovgu.de/international, then you come exactly to the website of our international office. Our international office has an Instagram account that you can see here, and you find also videos, short videos about our university on YouTube. This is again an impression, a photo of our library building, of our university library. And this is the last slide now. I thank you for your attention. I think I was a bit quick and I hope you could understand everything. But of course, I would be so happy to answer your questions. But that's for it. Thank you.
So thank you very much, Cecilia, for a very nice presentation, especially with the last picture of the library. I have been in OVGU for, I think, the year before COVID, I guess, and I really love the style of the library.
I see.
Yeah, so this is very nice one. And also I can say that in the Magdeburg area is also very nice and good for study, especially for those who want to go for study with the scenery and nice building and also the river. So I really believe that if student you visit in the Magdeburg, you will fall in love to this city, of course. So we still have time. So let me just propose some question that we got from the registered student who asked for some question. But firstly, from our question first. So the period of study in the Magdeburg will be the same like in German, after in German university, which normally our student will join in your summer semester, which start April, right? Mid-March or April, because some university already start in early March or mid of March, but in OVGU you will be starting in around April.
It's around the first days of April. So 1st of April, maybe we every semester has a introductory week. Maybe as the case may be in 1 year, it might start during the very last days of March. But 1st of April is a good figure to keep in mind.
So that means students need to prepare to be arrival in Magdeburg around maybe a week before the start of the semester, right?
Yes, yes. So they can enroll, they can register at the university starting mid-March. So if anybody wants to come very early, he or she can arrive already mid-March, yes. But end of March is fine as well.
All right. So according to the program offer in the Magdeburg, yes, very interesting. So I would like to ask if it's possible for example, our bachelor degree student who may interest in the courses of the master level, is it possible to take course in the master level?
It might be a bit more difficult.
Okay.
These are master courses. Well, it depends. So if I guess in Thailand, undergraduate studies comprise 4 years. Is that correct?
Right, for the bachelor degree program.
For the
4 years.
bachelor program, 4
Yeah.
years. So if, for example, a student comes after his 3rd year, if he comes as a fourth year student, then he may, of course, visit master courses. But also if a student of your 3rd year comes and really wants to attend a master course, he or she is entitled to do so, because as an exchange students, we put no big limits to the students. If the student thinks that he or she can manage the course, of course he or she is free to take it, yes.
All right, sounds great. So for your information, normally we send students in their last semester of the fourth year, which will be considered as in the master level already in the OBGU. So I hope that this would be fine for the student to take courses, because at that time they're already in the last semester of the fourth year, right?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. And is there any minimum or maximum credit for the student to enroll in each semester?
Well, since I'm not Anne is responsible for the incoming students. I guess you have our fact sheets, and I think it's written in the fact sheet. So all in all, we have this so-called European credits. We have a European credit system, ECTS, European Credit and Transfer System is the correct name. And I think in your country, courses have about 3 local credits, right?
Right.
Every course has 3 credits.
3 credit is equivalent to 5 ECTS.
Yeah, wonderful. Yes, in our country, every course is more or less 5 credits. That means that the general workload of a student is 6 courses, or maximum load in a semester. 6 courses is a big workload.
Right.
For exchange students is a big workload. So I think 4 or 5 courses would be fine, but at least 3 courses should be taken. At least this is the minimum level, but we expect normally exchange students to take 4 or 5 courses. But inside these 4 or 5 courses, there might be a language course. So a language course in German or in another language, plus 3 technical courses.
All right. So I think that this is the same like other university in the European country. So 30 ECTS, yeah, maybe the maximum one. Yeah. All right. So what about in case if student don't want to take any courses but just for doing the project? Because we have another group of students who is in the extended training program, or the master, doctoral student, or even the bachelor degree student who want just to do the research or to do the project. Is there any possibility of doing the project in a whole semester without taking any courses under the supervision of the OBGU professor?
I think this will get very difficult, because if students come for courses, of course there is no extra endeavor needed to find a professor who is willing to supervise a student. But if students want to come for a project, I have not heard about that so far, really. I'm not sure, and I think this might get a bit problematic. We need to know an outline of the project that a student wants to follow. I think this should be clarified with Anne-Katrin via email, and the student should write us about his or her intention, what the what the project should be. And Pichalika, my question to you: they need to have a supervisor by our university.
Right.
Is that right? Okay.
Supervisor from both sides.
Yeah.
Project for the student.
Exactly. And then in this case, we need to find the student a supervisor. It's not excluded, but it's not normal. But I don't want to say no. I think it might be possible, but of course we need to have an outline of the project, in which area it is, on which level, in which study year the student is, and then we approach our professors and ask for supervision. That could be possible as well, I think.
All right. I think we can understand, because firstly we need to get approval from the professor, who need to consider the student qualification background. So in the sense, if they're willing and if they are available to hold the student, the other step would be more easier. We can understand for this. So yeah, we just ask for the possibility. So in case you have the student who wish to do the project, like internship program, something like this, we may reach out to you again, or to Anna again. Yes.
Okay.
And one last question from me. It's about the English proficiency score. as you mentioned that you require at least B2 level, but actually from SIT side, we before we nominate student, normally their level will be in B2 level. But my question is that the, I mean, the evidence or the score or the certificate is needed, or just to fill in the form or recommend letter or something like that?
No. We need an official. Evidence, because we have made the experience for many years that the students' information that they gave us did not meet in every case to the real level of language. So we need to have a certificate. At least it would suffice if you as international office give such confirmation. For example, our university's language center has drafted a certificate. It's a certificate just made out by our languages center, and they confirm the level of expertise in languages to our students. So, for example, if we send students to you for studies, together with their application, we send the language certificate of our languages center.
Of course. We
But
also have
did you refer to the SAT test? Did I get that right? Do your
B2.
students and
We do
yeah,
have
B2.
some, but I'm just thinking about our English standard test in the university that we call another, for example, we call Thammasat University English score or TU get. In that case, since it's not global standard for global score, so we normally some university accept this, but with the recommendation letter from our English to training unit to certify the level of student, for example, in the B2 level, something like this. So I just wondering if student have no TOEFL, IELTS, is it acceptable to use that the university score along with certificate letter, which issued by our English training unit to certify their English level, which is normally in B2, for example.
Yeah, I think this is doable. Yes, we could accept it.
Yeah. By the way, we will check again. Yeah.
Okay.
So let me check if there is any more question from the student. Student just asked if it's possible to do the part-time job during the exchange program normally.
This is a good question. It's a frequently asked question, but well, jobs in town, so part-time jobs in campus might be not available at every point in time. And outside the campus, for example, in restaurants, like many students do this, it often requires German language skills. If a student does not speak German, part-time jobs might be a bit complicated, but I'm not a student. Maybe there are lots of international students who knows more than me, and they might find jobs. I think we should go deeper into this. I don't know at the moment, but I think the student might find a part-time job. But without any German language skills, it might get a bit complicated, because we don't have, for example, restaurants. We have restaurants where the waiters speak English, because we have, of course, English-speaking guests in the restaurants, but in most of the cases it's German guests, and that is why whoever wants to work in a restaurant needs to speak German. But in the background of a restaurant, German language skills is not so important. You see, I'm a bit unsure about how to answer this satisfying. But we will inquire about this, and I will ask Anne, and Anne should send you, Pechalika, some more information about this. Is that fine for you?
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, I can understand, because some places even not allow student to do a part-time job during staying, because they already spend a whole period of study and also traveling already. So this is just some student raised this question.
It's
So-
really understandable. I just want to explain. It's really understandable because the living here is not so, you have to pay a certain amount of money, which is not that low. And there are countries in Europe, interestingly, for example, in the northern part, like Sweden, Finland. These are countries where English is spoken by the whole population. This is a bit different in Germany. So in Germany, the German language remains so far the main language on the streets.
Right.
And that is why it is not that easy to find a part-time job if you don't speak German. Here in Germany and in Sweden and Finland, it's much easier to find a part-time job just in English language. But here in Germany, we are still a bit more traditional. So, but we are moving in direction to speaking more English on the streets. So people, younger people are fluent in English, but the elder ones are not, and that is why the situation is a bit different than the situation in the Northern European countries.
All right. So thank you very much for explaining about this request from the student. All right. So I think that I have run all of my questions, including the registered student. So is there any other question from the student in the Zoom link? So maybe not at the moment, student may be so shy to ask. But by the way, thank you very much, Sylvia, for today. And also thanks to Anne for providing information for us. So I hope that we will have chance to send SIT student to join the OVGU student exchange program. And of course, we are looking forward to welcoming more OVGU students to join SIT student exchange program. So thank you very much for joining us. And I do hope that you will be able to join us in the next and more activities, and hope to meet you some events in the future, even in person. Yeah.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to be present at your Global Week and enjoy the Global Week still. So thank you so much. Have a nice day.
Thank
and
you very
evening.
much and have a nice day.
Thank you.
Yes. All right, so guys, now we come to the end of the session for today. So this is the second day Global Weeks section. So please keep in mind that we still run this program until next week. And special for tomorrow, we will have a special guest from the Office of the International Affairs of Thammasat University, who will provide us with a lot more information about the student exchange program of a whole university, that they have around more than 200 partner universities under the university level. So please stay tuned and also help us to share this information with your friends or your junior or your senior to join us, especially for tomorrow, and with another 3 universities. So altogether, tomorrow we will have 4 sections from Thammasat University, from Germany, from Sweden, and also from France, from different countries. So I really hope that you guys will be joining us, and thank you very much for joining us today. I'm looking forward to seeing everyone again tomorrow. So let's say สวัสดีค่ะ for today. Goodbye ค่ะ